Hey lovelies, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I have thought of a little thing that I can do. I basically want consistency on this channel because I like consistency in general. So I will be trying my best to upload every Friday, okay? Except today, obviously, because something happened. I was supposed to vlog yesterday, like genuinely vlog yesterday, which was Thursday, and then upload today. But today is Friday, and that is because my house low-key flooded. And I'll tell, so if you want to hear about that, stay to the end of the video so you can hear how our house flooded. But yeah, so that's what I kind of want to do. And as you can see, I'm in the spare room right now because I had to sleep in here because my room didn't do so well. So again, I'll tell you how that happens at the end of the video, so stay tuned. But today is just gonna be a little fun vlog. I'll be doing like a bunch of different things. I think I actually have to take my brother to school soon. Yeah, like 1 or something. We are making homemade pizza for dinner, so that will be fun to make. But yeah, just follow me along while oh, also my hair. Don't talk about it. I don't talk about it. I woke up with my parting being this side, but like, do you know what I mean? So I just wet it and put it this side. So my hair's not greasy. It's just wet because I literally just put water on it to style it back that way, and I'm just waiting for it to like even out. Oh, I look a bit interesting, but yeah, let's go. I just watched mum drag that tiny toddler away from stepping in there's like horse poop, like right over, I'm not gonna show it, but like it's over there, like on the road, and this little toddler just stopped at the horse poop, like standing right in front of it, and the mum was like, no, come on, and then he just didn't move, and then the mum like literally had to like drag him because he really liked the horse poop. What is it with horse poop? Why are kids so like, because I know I was, when there's horse poop on the road, I was like, oh my god, dad, there's horse poop, that's so crazy, but like, it's just horse poop, bro, that's gross. But anyways, lol. I just thought I'd say that because that was kind of funny. I've currently been learning Japanese on Duolingo because, I don't know, I just thought it'd be like fun to learn. Also like, okay, here's the tea. When I was like in year 8, so I was like 12, 13, I was the only person that liked anime in my school. And that's actually how me and Mia became friends again. She saw that I was reading, I don't even know what the fuck I was reading, like Tokyo Ghoul or something. And obviously in Tokyo Ghoul, like the ghouls are quite like weird looking, like, you know what I mean? So she like grabbed the book from me. She was like, why is this girl naked? Why are you reading naked comics in school? I was like, bitch, that's a ghoul. And that's how we became friends. So yeah, I was basically the only one that liked anime. I was the only one that liked anime in my old school. Until a lot of people started like liking it, but they were like really annoying. Do you know what I mean? Like when they were really annoying, they were so cringy with it, and it really got my nerves. So I kind of just like, I don't wanna be a part of this. So I just kind of stopped watching it, which was kind of like a bitch move. I don't know if I will get back into it. It's again still, sorry, I just got distracted because I just saw this. Land of Water bath salts. No one told me we had this. I'm using that. But yeah, so I just thought I'd say that because yeah, I'm learning Japanese because and I'm only on unit 4 and it's fucking hard. I'm really bad at learning a language, but I'm just trying to have fun with it and distract myself throughout the day. What?
Are you coming to drop me off at school?
Yeah, sure.
I need to see them now.
Okay, I'm coming. Well, hi guys, so it's a little while later. It's currently 2:15, but we dropped my brother off at school and then I had some breakfast. I had porridge. Some of the shortbreads I made yesterday, which are so good. I'll have to link the recipe down in the description because it was actually really good. And a yogurt. But yeah, so I'm kind of sitting here and I'm gonna rewrite my story. So basically what I want my story to be, I'll explain it briefly. It's about this girl that kind of has like kind of a bad life. Like she doesn't have a mum. Well, her mum left, and she lives with her brother and her dad. And basically, I kind of want it to be that she kind of has like everything starts falling to shit. I'm not sure how I'm really gonna play that out. But then she like goes back to her room and she has a mirror in her room that basically she walks through her mirror and then she like steps into this perfect life where things are amazing and things are great and everything's starting to look up. But there's kind of like a catch to that, and she has a choice if she wants to go back to her boring life or stay in this new life but learn about the dark past she has in this new life. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm not really sure what to call it. Right now I just called it me times 2 because there's 2 versions of her, so I thought that was really cool. I'm just gonna sit here and write the story and I'll just see how it goes really.
so I didn't write the story. I started it, but then I go through this thing where like I can't like write a story if I absolutely know what's gonna happen beginning, middle, end. And I don't know what's gonna like, I like can't think of stuff to like put in between to get to the climax. So I wrote about like 300 odd words, but like yeah, I'm not doing so good with the story, guys. And like that's always been a thing. I go through like waves of like knowing exactly what to write. So that's kind of how it goes, and I'm not really feeling that. I'm feeling quite demotivated and procrastinating. So I'm just kind of lying here watching YouTube and just waiting to see something fun to happen. But yeah, that's just really how it's going. So
Oh dear. Can you taste that?
is that the cheese?
I don't know.
What?
Oh, it doesn't taste right.
It tastes so weird.
What do you mean?
The cheese tastes really weird.
What's wrong with the cheese?
Oh, no.
It just doesn't smell off.
Nah, we tricked you. Hummus is delicious. It's actually really nice.
Okay, now it's time for the bit that you've all been waiting for. By the way, it is the next day because it's like I like the lighting when it's like daytime. But yeah, basically I'm gonna tell you the story of how my house nearly flooded. So it all starts, let's set the scene. It all starts on Wednesday night when my mum noticed there was a leak in her shower. It was like dripping, not by the shower head, but by the rim of the shower. So it was actually like dripping from the ceiling down. And like that was like late at night, and she was just kind of like, oh, okay, that's a bit weird. We'll sort it out in the morning. So it comes to like 3 a.m. on Thursday morning. So 3 a.m. on Thursday morning, and she noticed it's gotten worse. I don't really know what that meant, but like maybe it was dripping at other places or it was dripping faster. And basically my dad went up into the loft. So if you don't know, across the hall, this is the spare room, is the airing cupboard. You might have seen it before. And then on the right hand side of the airing cupboard is my room, and the left hand side of the airing cupboard is my mum's room. So you open the airing cupboard and then you can go up into the loft. So my dad went up into the loft and he noticed that it was leaking water from the big water tank in the loft. So he basically put a bunch of towels around so it would catch the water instead of the water dripping on the floor and then gravity like pulling it around the house, if you know what I mean. So then he woke up the next morning, Thursday morning, and it had gotten worse. So he called the plumber and then he went up and tried to like fix it himself. Now this is where it gets bad. So it's 11 a.m. I'm still in bed because I was watching Ginny and Georgia all night. So I'm still in bed at like around 11 a.m. and all of a sudden I hear this massive, huge gush of water. Now mind you, there was a storm that night, so it was already quite noisy, so I just assumed it was the storm. But it was a massive gush of water and I could hear it coming from the loft and it was spreading around the whole house. I could hear the gush of, it sounded like a tsunami, like for real, it sounded like a tsunami. A gush of water flowing from the loft, like all around the house. I could hear it, and I could hear my dad screaming so loudly, like, oh my god, can't stop it, oh my god. And it was going absolutely everywhere and he was screaming. So I'm like, what the hell is happening? So I open my door, my mum is standing by the airing cupboard, the doors are open and there's water gushing out of the hole into the loft, like flowing down straight onto the carpet, straight onto the floor, onto my mum. And my dad screamed, like, I can't stop it. I'm like, what is going on? And mum was like, the water tank has burst and it's spraying 100 miles an hour to my dad. So I threw some clothes on. I was constantly going up into the loft, putting buckets under it. My dad eventually got it under control to the point where he got a bunch of towels and he was covering the tube that was spraying out 100 miles an hour. And he said he felt like his hand was gonna break because it was so pressurized and so strong, that like the flow was so strong. So eventually we just had to wait for it to calm down. So because he had the towels over the strong high pressure water, it was dripping a lot from the towels, and we couldn't have that water continuously dripping because it was already spreading around the house. There was water dripping from my lampshade. And then because water travels down the house, it was dripping from the dining table, the dining room, because my room is downstairs, so it was dripping from that room as well. Absolutely insane. So for the next like hour, I was going up and down the loft. The loft was soaking wet. I was putting buckets under it, and then under the towels that were dripping. And then as soon as that bucket would fill up, because it wouldn't take that long, I'd have to pass it down to my mum, and she couldn't drop the buckets, otherwise it would go everywhere. And it was like really heavy. And I was running to the garage to get more buckets like outside. Absolutely insane. My mum was running around filling the dripping water from the different rooms, putting buckets under the dripping water so we could catch the water and then empty it out so it wouldn't ruin our carpet. My dad called the plumber before this all happened, like that morning, because he had to fix the leak anyway. And the plumber took a freaking hour to get there. Like, just constant water, he took an hour to arrive. Eventually, it all died down. The electricity went out, there was no Wi-Fi, we obviously had no water. The electricity went out because when like the wires noticed, like, it caught like a spark, obviously, so it trips it all out to stop the house from burning. And that's basically, yeah. So after when the water pressure died down and we could leave the buckets there and like leave. It burst this morning and it's having like a tsunami in the ceiling, and now the whole house is flooded. Like, there's water coming from every single lampshade in every single part of this house. It's terrifying. And now I'm here. My dad had to plug this with his hands with many towels until the pressure stopped, because it was literally like a tsunami. And now we're here just sitting here with a bucket waiting for the plumber to arrive, but he's taking his goddamn fucking time. We had to go check in that the dining room table had been soaked, and we had to like clean it all up with a bunch of towels. I had to get running from room to room, emptying the bowls of water that was dripping from the ceilings, and like it was a whole massive thing. Eventually the plumber got there and fixed it, and he realised the plumbing in this house was dodgy. Our house has very, very dodgy plumbing because the person that lived here built this house himself. He bought the house and it was a tiny little house, but then he extended it like out and then out again. But he made it all himself, like he built it himself, and the plumbing was absolutely, like, everything about this house is so like done badly. It's a beautiful house, don't get me wrong, it's a very nice house, but like in terms of plumbing, electricity, hot water, it's all like really done very badly. If there's like a drought, so then after the whole malarkey, everything was calming down a bit. We had to go get dehumidifiers to dry out all the wet rooms. Every room smelled like wet, rusty paint. It was disgusting. But then they sold no dehumidifiers anywhere. We couldn't buy them anywhere. We tried John Lewis, we tried Curry's PC World, we tried different random like weird own tool shops, we tried Halfords, we tried ordering things online. We actually ordered one from Curry's, click and collect. We ordered two from Curry's, £536. We got to Curry's and the man's like, oh yeah, we don't have any dehumidifiers. and we're like, we literally ordered it from your store. Like, we ordered it. He was like,
Yeah, sorry, we've run out of dehumidifiers, but I can go check the back.
so he went to the back, took freaking forever, and he was like,
Yeah, so there's no dehumidifiers. I'm really sorry about that.
we're like, okay, bitch, give us our money back. We paid £560, I think it was that, or 530, for these dehumidifiers to click and collect today. He was like,
You're gonna have to call up customer service to get a refund, I think. And I was like,
oh my god, honestly, people nowadays. So then we ended up, after searching everywhere, we found a weird place that you can hire them. So we hired the dehumidifiers and then bring them back in like a week. Very strange. We had to put them in my room. That's why I've been sleeping in the spare room, because my room got the worst of it because we're right next to the loft and it just flowed that way for some reason. I think this house is generally built on an angle. Eventually when some of the water dried out, we turned the electricity back on. We got our Wi-Fi back on. The water was okay after the plumber came. We didn't, like, we have insurance. Things were damaged. Like the ceiling's all damaged. It smells bad. It's wet. The paint is peeling in lots of places of the house. It was a big full-blown mess. But yeah, that's basically what happened, and that's why I couldn't film on Thursday. I had a plan. I was gonna make shortbreads. I was gonna go out and like sit in a coffee shop and talk to you guys. But like, yeah, we couldn't do any of that because we had a crisis. It's all better now. We just need to get some insurance. My room is better. It's like livable now because we use a dehumidifier to dry everything out. So yeah, it's all dry now. It still smells kind of weird, but hey ho. I can just light a candle, which I have. But that's how my house flooded. So if you guys enjoyed this video vlog thing, please make sure to like the video. Please subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. We are building our own little community at a steady pace, which is really nice and fun. Also, like I said, I will be trying my best to upload every Friday, filming throughout the week or on a certain day, but I will be trying to upload every Friday. But obviously today was an exception because of what happened. But yes guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. I love you all so much. Goodbye my lovelies.